Amen. Mwakinya hende wengi oria father mwirire nejwe ne mwirirete ne mwathire muturia marukwe father ne murona oria kuhana oria father mwirire nde mwendete muno inyuothe koguo nginyie hau na nyanirire njuge atiriri hari mundu rathiuruka guku akimuheaga mbegu cia sunflower ndiragorire tani 10 cia mbegu cia sunflower andu othe maheo thiini wa Nyeri nitugucoka tukira Ikipia na kuria kungi tondu hari macini ndirarehire nene muno cia guthondeka maguta ma sunflower ma kuria koguo mbegu muraheo free gutari mundu kumurihia mwarikia gukuria sunflower nitugacoka tumugurire thiini wa bei njega ya kilo 1 ciringi 60 uhote kugia na mbeca na ciana citu cione mawira koguo mwareherwo sunflower muhande nie ndutaga ona mutathurite thiaga na mbere ngimurutaga ni nyandikite ciana iria nyingi muno thiini wa Nyeri cianyu mwathani amurathime munyendagera ndimwendete na mugaikara hindi ciothe mukiuga no wa nguku amen
amen makofi kwa nguku basi na gitio kinene ningwenda gwitikiria mheshimiwa Kagucia nigetha uke wariria andu aya makofi kwa bwana Kagucia yes.
Thank you muno family ya Gathua na our clergy na andu aria othe tukite gucakaya muthenya wa umuthi ni ndamugeithia tumukumie Yesu mwathani agocwo tukenete ni kunyitanira hamwe na inyui ona kwina kieha na kwina kiriro ni tondu ko tutigitwo ni murata witu na njuge mani mathiko ma mwanya muno ona ndirega guthie mathiko mabangitwo makabangika na tamaya ma muthenya wa umuthi na njuge kwaya ni mwatugemeria igongona riri muno ona ndi hau nguragia kwaya ino ni ya Kenya kana raumire Tanzania nderwo kwaya no ya matura njuge congratulations ni tukenete thank you muno our fathers ni tondu wa kugemia igongona riri na njira nene ndiriga kuona mundu uguthiko ni fathers aige uria ndona muthenya wa umuthi na ni kuonania mundu gwitwo Gathua ni arerwireire ona andu a media uria ndona mokite haha ona ngurigagwo ni amaramemerekia mohoro kuria nyumba-ini cia mohoro to ni magiukirio the koguo horo cio tugakena ni gukorwo ati Mr. Gathua ni arakoretwo kana Kihara Martin ni arakoretwo agite na impact nene muno kuri andu othe na ndimwire muthenya uria ugathie gutikorio kiria watiga in terms of makari maria watiga ona indo iria watiga no kiria gikamenyeka watiga ni uria watiga weka kuri andu aria urari nao thiini wa muturiro urari thiini waguo koguo tukorwo turi andu marenda gukorwo mena impact njega na andu marendera andu aria angi wega na andu maranyitirira andu aria angi na nikio ndirauga ona horo uyu turathi na mbere naguo thiini wa bururi witu wa Kenya gwatuika umwe witu ni gukorwo agiukirirwo ni andu othe akombaniririrwo ni andu othe matiga ni agwa ni athie thi ninge makamuranga ngingo ninge marenda kumuranga kiongo hau niho turauga shetani ya shindwe na nikio muraiguire ndauga muthenya wa ira ni turenda igoti rikorwo rikiruga makidete ni tondu uhoro uyu wari Gathua Gachagua na ni turenda igoti ritwire wega mundu atarizainite kiama-ini kana atarizainite wira-ini wa waziri na atakoretwo ari thiini wa kiama kia UDA kwa ihinda ni agirirwo gutuika deputy president gikane muranyita na ndiye ndiratua cira tondu uhoro uri kuria cira-ini tukauga ni turenda igoti ritwire public participation iria yekirwo ni yekirwo na njira njega na no thitango ciarehirwo no ria wathitangagwo ndeteteire gikane turanyitana tukauga ni turenda kumenya mundu arwarite ari igoti-ini ni agirirwo ni kuheo ihinda ria gwitetera nigetha onake kihoto giake gikinyanire kuringana na gatiba itu gicibao kia 47 gitagwo fair administration of justice ni kwagiriire mundu aheo ihinda ria guthikiririo na nita wakiri na ta mutabani wa maundu ma siasa ona ta mujumbe ngona maundu macio igoti ni rikubatara ritue ritekwenderera na rikorwo rirugamite kidete gacoka ngauga na maundu macio ni ndatangatha nginya muthenya wa umuthi aria meguthikiriirie aria mamemerekagia inoro-ini kameme-ini ona coro-ini aria mauma mekwambite kumemerekia horo ucio ngauga ni murakinyiria Rigathi hara mumukinyitie no ni atiganwo nake kwirwo ati athie kura kwa DCI na kwambiriria kunyamario na kwambiriria guthinikanio na ndirauga guthi na mbere na gwika uguo nitakwambira riu gutuikia ciara maitho ona tukirite na tugakiririria uguo ona mathina macio mothe mokite koguo ni ndirenda kuga reke maundu maria mari igoti-ini mathi na mbere igoti-ini no our deputy president ndagathi na mbere na guthinikanio twi hamwe andu aitu na igana marauga ndagathi na mbere na guthinikanio riu turauga mundu witu wa mucii tutingimute kana toguo andu aitu na koguo nie nikio ndiraugire takagucia gurugamana umwe witu to ni nje ona ile mucii itirioka na koguo tukurugamira hau na nituguthi na mbere na kurugamirira kihoto kia our deputy president na nituretekia Ngai uri ore iguru no egutuhotanira na njira nene joke juge ni gwaritie na our deputy our governor Gioka mutai wa Kahiga na ni eguthiete kure na irio nake gutindika na uhoro ucio na ni nyuma na bahasha ekunengerete aha koguo rira tukiarire nake ni aguthiaga tondu ni murakona kuhororo wa kura iguthi igoti no nginya tugayane uguo tondu na ukoro nginya tunyitirire nake ari ku na no eguthiaga kura gwa COG koguo shiko gudaga gukunengera bahasha eno tomo wa family nigetha umenyora muko twarithio horo ucio ni ya governor Mutahi wa Kahiga ni aheanite condolences yake na policy yake na rabirabi yake ni akiendire gukorwo hamwe na ithwe no amiamukira
makofi kwa governor tafadhali.
Asante sana. Then ni nyuma pia na ngeithi cia gathoni wa mucomba ni tukwaritie nake kiroko to turarikanire turoke kuria igoti-ini no riu ndamera no kwenda kurugamana mucii uyu gathoni wa mucomba njira ona niwe wandikire kihara wa gathua na ari boss yake koguo na kianjira pia heane rabirabi yake ni mwaciamukira. Very good. Koguo guga Ngai amurathime Ngai atwarane hamwe na ithwe na hurukie our brother kihuruko gitathiraga na akorwo akimumenyerera makiria na Ngai aromurathima. Asanteni sana na nituguthi na mbere na kunyitirira bururi witu wa Mount Kenya ona bururi wa Kenya na tutathiete muno no tukumuhe mwerekera uria tuguthie no uria guguikara twi hamwe eni.
Asante sana mheshimiwa Kagucia, makofi mazuri kwa mheshimiwa. Bas
thengio muno mheshimiwa Haruni nie ngirikia ri njitikiria nyambe hoe muhera kuri nyumba ya thinjiri tumwire ni thengio muno tondu wa gutukiririria haria tuogora poleni sana ukontrol kirinde giki timu yako andu akameruri ngatho cia mwanya tondu wa gukiririria inyu mumete kuraya na kundu. Asanteni sana ni tondu wa guka kumagaria kihara handu-ini hakwa nie njitagwo Tabikei wa Kamejo gukuneana moko-ini ma Haruni.
Asante sana, tumpigie makofi mazuri ni atutwara wega na nie ndigũikara haha muno tondu nuona ona father ni
this power under Article 165 clause 4 is not capable of being delegated. How about your lordship? In the constitution, your lordship, I invite you to look at Article 260 of the constitution. It provides if a function has been created to be executed by a particular organ, it is only that organ that is capable of executing that particular function. And for the question of further delegating that particular function cannot arise so as to say that the Deputy Chief Justice had the constitutional mandate to appoint this bench to adjudicate over these particular files. Your Lordship, we have put up a case that the Deputy Chief Justice has not only violated the Constitution, but also violated the rights of the petitioners to be heard under Article 50 of the Constitution. When they moved to appoint a bench of this, the bench, and failed to notify the parties herein as evidenced by the counsel appearing for the petitioner in petition number 14, it tells your Lordship that the expediency for which it was done was so as to meet the objective of setting aside the orders that were granted by your brother Justice Mwongo and your brother Justice Mwita. Your Lordship, when you retire to make a ruling of our application, it is important that you pay serious attention to paragraph 12 of our affidavit, paragraph 21 again of the affidavit, paragraph 22 again, and also paragraph 27. And then you might want to ask yourself, under section 10 of the High Court Organizations, High Court Administration Organization Act, how, under what circumstances the Chief Justice, the Deputy Chief Justice, authorize you to sit on a Saturday? Under what circumstances did the Chief Justice herself, Deputy Chief Justice herself, sit at night, in the wee hours of the night, ungodly hours, and constituted this bench? Your Lordship, it's our humble submissions that Article 10 has only arrogated that function again exclusively to the Chief Justice, and that the Deputy Chief Justice has no power under Section 10 of the High Court Organization and Administration Act to order you or to authorize you to sit on an odd day like that or the Saturday. Your Lordship, permit me to draw your attention again to the case of Omtata. When you retire and the judgment will be highlighted by my learned friend, it is of importance, Your Lordship, that you look at paragraph 192 of that judgment. It has given the circumstances under which the Deputy Chief Justice can act in the absence of the Chief Justice. One is if the Chief Justice is indisposed, if he resigns, if he is dead, or if he is voted out of office. The question of leave, to which we are submitting without knowledge whether that is the circumstance that led to the allocation of powers by the Chief Justice, is not one of the grounds or reasons that the Chief Justice can exercise, the Deputy Chief Justice can exercise the exclusive powers meant for the Chief Justice. Finally, Your Lordship, all these averments contained in our affidavit have not been controverted by the respondents through a replying affidavit. They have only filed the grounds of opposition, to which they shall bring to your attention the case of Conchela, which has been distinguished by the case of Okia Omtata. The grounds contained in our affidavit, Your Lordship, are uncontroverted and they must be admitted as such. I beg to rest my case.
Specific reference to Okio Matata has been mentioned by two counsel. He's probably the most prolific litigator in the history of Kenya, so we don't know which of his many cases are you referring to.
I will certainly be addressing my senior at the bar and senior at the academy, Professor Gideon Muigai. It's always a pleasure being with him in court. A man or woman who plants a tree, not knowing fully well that they will not sit in its shade, knows the meaning of life. You sit today in such an epochal moment that what you do here has significant ramifications for the Republic of Kenya. It is for you and the court to rise to the occasion. This court has defined the Constitution as a transformative constitution. And this was done by this very court, differently seated in the BBI case, David Ndi and others, versus the Attorney General. And this is what the court said about the Constitution 2010. It is a constitution of a transformative character. And this transformative character of the Constitution induces large-scale social change, including the character and conduct of politics. That the Constitution bears an internal theory of interpretation. The starting point for discerning that internal theory is Article 259 of the Constitution. That formalistic approaches to constitutional interpretation are not favored. And lastly, that the Constitution has provided for its own theory to protect its values, objects, and purposes. That is what is before you as a court today, that you are supposed to maintain that innate character of this Constitution as a transformative charter. The other side has filed grounds of opposition And in their grounds of opposition, they raise a case, Lorna Conchella and others versus the Chief Justice. That was the grounds of opposition by the Attorney General. And in that case, this High Court said that the power to appoint a bench is administrative, and that power can be performed by the Deputy Chief Justice in limited, constricted circumstances, such that the normative holder, the Chief Justice, performs it, but the Deputy Chief Justice has to perform it in certain limited circumstances. Those limited circumstances have to be demonstrable. That is Conchella. Your Lordship, Justice Murima, sitting in Okoiti versus JSC and another petition, E408-2020, 2021 EKLR, I believe that is what Professor Guido Muigai was asking about. Paragraph 29 to 38. Justice Murima finds that the authority under Article 165(4) is a constitutional authority, so that authority cannot be delegated by the Chief Justice, because the Chief Justice does not cease to be a state officer, even on leave. We have another authority here, Petition 31 of 2013, Kenya Medical Research Institute versus the Attorney General. This is found at 2014 EKLR at paragraph 37. Kenya Medical Research Institute versus the Attorney General and three others, 2014 EKLR.